Here we have a new 2023 Chevrolet Camaro. And this one is a convertible in the LT1 trim level. Comes in the beautiful rapid blue on jet black cloth interior. And the powertrain consists of a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. Made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This one includes the technology package as well as the RS package. But as we get to the front end here, we have LED daytime running lights along with LED headlamps. And they don't blink like that, that's just how the camera's picking up the lights. But love those headlamps. Now coming over to the wheels here, these are gonna be the 20-inch split 5 spokes. And I think these are our $1,500 option, and then we do get Brembo brakes, but these calipers are orange. And I believe those are a $395 option. Definitely recommend the brake calipers though, they look great. We get passive keyless entry. And then over here we have the controls for our power door locks, power windows, which are one touch up and down. And then we can control the front there and then the rear there just by toggling these buttons. And then we have our power mirror controls there. We can pop the trunk from here. And then we do get a Bose sound system as part of that technology package. And then here we have our 8-way power driver seat. And there's our back seat there, which I'm not going to try and get in there because I cannot. But it's a good place to put your briefcase, backpack, whatever. And if you have a little shorter legs, you might be able to fit your kid back there, but that's about all I have to say on that. And then the coveted dual mode exhaust system. Nice rumble there. Definitely recommend getting that. I think it's still $995. I'll show you on the window sticker here in a minute. And there we have our cargo space, and when the top's up, of course, you can fold this down, and then while it's up, you have all that additional space back in there. And then as part of the RS package, you do get these LED taillights. And then the black bow ties as well. There's our fuel filler there. And then the passenger side seat here, we get a 6-way power seat. And then I'm just gonna take a quick glance from this side at the cargo space. Well, I should say the leg room here for your rear passengers. Now before I pop the hood, I'm gonna take a quick look at the window sticker and just go over my thoughts. So these are all the standard features here. Now in terms of the options that are on here, I definitely recommend getting the dual mode exhaust, which is $995. I also recommend getting that technology package because you get the Infotainment 3 Plus, so you get the wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and you also get the Bose sound system, which that in itself I think is worth the $900. Rapid blue, I definitely recommend. Beautiful color. And then with the calipers, you might be able to do better getting aftermarket, not paying as much, but I just like how they look. And the RS package for me, I feel like that's a steep price just for LED taillights and the bow ties, but it does look good on there, I will say that. And then that sticker price is $51,065. And then I'll give a quick look with the top up as I pop the hood here, so just bear with me. And to put that up, you actually have to hit this forward It gets kind of confusing at first, but you get used to it. I'll make sure that doesn't hit me in the head. And there it is folding down. All right, now to the engine bay. But then you can see, still looks good even with the soft top up. And there is the 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. I love the growl that the engine itself actually gives. Sounds really beefy. And we have vents there. Keep it nice and cool in there. And then I will show you how that works. That's one touch there. And there's the other side. But let's hop in the driver's seat. So we do get a nice leather wrap steering wheel here. And since this is a convertible, I don't necessarily need to have the heated steering wheel because hopefully I won't be taking this out when it's freezing, but would be nice to have. Then over here to the radio, we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth. And like I said, we get that wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto as well. And then we have our climate controls here. And we can control it either from the controls down below, or the screen itself is actually something that can be used to control the climate. Temperature as well. But this is going to be single zone automatic climate here, which I think was a smart move. I don't know if it's more expensive to actually put dual zone climate controls in here, but hopefully you won't be using this and it'll be a nice day like today where you can just have the top down. And there's our backup camera there. And the guidelines as I turn the steering wheel will adjust on the screen to guide you where you're going. And then the actual controls, if you want to use the climate control buttons, are all here. Power, auto, AC, fan speed here. And then defrost here. And then circulation where you want it to come out of the vents. You can do all that from there. Now for the shifter, you do get this knob. And you just pull, reverse, neutral, drive. Then you can manually shift here or using the paddle shifters on the steering wheel. And then we do have 3 modes for driving. We have our sport, tour, and then snow and ice. Then we have an electronic parking brake. Pull to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Then we do have a small center console cubby space, but we do have an SD card reader, 2 USB-A, and then an aux input in there. It's hard to see because the lid's in the way. And there's a look at the back seat. We do get a lockable glove compartment. Okay size. It's convertible, so didn't expect a lot. Then we have our cruise controls here. You can just use that to activate, deactivate, and then you can actually set and then resume, and then your cancel button there. And then this is actually for your radio stations or track list. You can toggle through your favorites there. Now to the right side, we do have these 4 arrows and the select button, which all of that is for that middle digital part of our gauge cluster. We can dial through all of that. And then voice recognition, this also serves as a mute button. This one here. And then volume controls here. One more quick look there. And headlamp controls here, blinkers, and then windshield wiper controls here, and then you can hold up to get the fluid going, and then intermittent low, high, then one touch there. There's our push button start. And finally, here's our key fob with remote start. And then you can hold this button down when the car is unlocked, and then you can actually fold the top all the way down. And I think they fixed it, because it used to be if you let go of the button, then you would have to actually get in the car to finish it, but I think it lets you continue by holding now. And then you have the remote start here, unlock, lock, trunk, panic. But now we're gonna go ahead and take this 2023 Camaro LT1 convertible out on the road for a quick test drive. So I'm gonna roll the windows up here. It's just a tad windy. I'm gonna keep the top down. It's much better. But I'm gonna keep it in sport mode for most of the test drive, just because if I'm getting one of these, that's kind of where I want to keep it for driving on the weekends and having a little fun. But I'll test out the tour mode after we get off the interstate, so y'all can kind of see if you're just cruising around town and don't necessarily want to be extremely loud. But me, that's how I like it. But a pretty steady ride, even with these bigger 20s on. We don't have anybody in front of us either. This will be nice. And I just love the performance exhaust. And that's why I recommend getting it, because it's really the best sounding Camaro exhaust that I've heard. I mean, it's just so, especially having the, two modes, so you can keep it quiet or keep it loud. Driving this thing in sport mode, it just never gets old. I've been driving these for years with the dual mode exhaust, and it's just so much fun. And it sounds so good. Let's test out these manual shifts with a 10-speed. Very quick to downshift. Upshifts are extremely fast as well, which is what you want in a sports car like this. But yeah, the ride quality coming down the interstate was really nice. And of course, these Brembos feel incredible. Really good stopping power. Yeah, really good feel. This is a really good driver's car. I'll put it in the manual mode for the rest of the test drive. Make sure everybody's out the way. Yeah, that sound is just so great. I'm going to put it in the tour mode and put it back in the automatic mode to just show how well this thing drives when you're not putting your foot in it. I mean, the exhaust gets quiet. Just a really good feel. The steering is still very nimble. And then like that, it just becomes a really nice road car when you have your significant other with you, because my girl hates loud exhaust. She hates loud music. She hates loud everything. So when you got your person with you and you're riding around town, it's nice to be able to turn that, I should say, dial the aggressiveness down. And then when you're in here by yourself, you can shred with this thing, because it's just so fast. Sounds so good. And look, even the tour mode here, I have the cylinder deactivation mode on, so I'm getting 38 miles per gallon just cruising here. But all in all, for the money, like I said, the RS package, you might be better off finding some LED tail lights and blacking out the badges yourself. But for me, the LT1 is a really great option. It's still expensive as all get out, don't get me wrong, but compared to everything else on the market, which is basically a Mustang, I would rather go with the Camaro personally. I haven't driven a Mustang 5.0 in a long time, but just really love having the 6.2. Love the dual mode exhaust. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, exhaust system. And I just love the sleekness and overall good looks of this new 2023 Chevrolet Camaro LT1 convertible.